live. That's right, Monsters. We are live over on Facebook, over on YouTube, and on Twitch, and we're on air as well. Hey,
look at us, overachieving as always. Now, but you know what it is, man. The monsters are everywhere, and wherever the monsters are, we're gonna bring the entertainment to you, ladies and gentlemen. This time around, we're gonna be covering 4 areas of the world. Carla over at the OC, that is Ortiga Center. Me over at PSG over in Pasig City. The other one in Los Angeles. The other one in Canada. When it comes to hip hop duos, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta check them out. This is the act that everybody's been waiting for. And to have them live on the show, give it up for Knowa, Lazarus, Flava, Matikz, QYork.
Yoy. Kamusta y'all?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yoy.
Goodness for you guys. Now we don't need effects. You can just provide all of the effects.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Flame got it.
Pressing. Okay. What is the meaning of yoy? For those who don't know, what's the meaning of yoy?
Yo is basically, it's like yo plus yun plus hoy. So like I think when we moved to Philippines, or when we were in Philippines, like we were used to saying like yo, but then everyone is saying hoy. Right, so we were just kind of like yoy, and then it just caught on.
I mean, can you imagine? Yeah. Can you imagine if you're gonna go say hoy to everybody? It would be like kind of trippy, right?
Yeah. So it became yoy, and then it just kind of became an expression, right? Where it's kind of like you know, when you're like yun, that's cool, or whatever, yun.
That's the one. So like whenever we seen people in the club or at events, they'll be like yo, and they'll be like yo, what's up?
Hey, okay. We like it. You know, Carla, remember I always tell you I have a hip hop neighbor, Shayon. Yeah. That's him. That's Flava Matikz. He's my hip hop neighbor. Yeah,
Flava, Rico talks about you a lot. Not gonna lie, I think he has a man crush on you. But, he rolls apparently. That's why he wants you guys.
It's all good.
But welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome.
Yes. I know you're both in different parts of the world. I mean, how is it over there? Whoever wants to start can go first, because we're all experiencing probably the weirdest year ever. We can all agree that this pandemic has really changed everything for everyone. So where are you calling us from, and what's the situation like over there? Whoever wants to go first.
Okay, you can start it off, Flav.
Yeah. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada. And actually right now, of course, the pandemic started in March. Everybody like lost their jobs and been off work for a few months. And then things came back like around, September-ish. And then now everything is going out the window again. Like I could have been DJing again out here, but, the pandemic coming back with the second wave, it's been higher than the first time around. So everyone is like going back to nothing again. Staying home, and the virus is like looking like it's everywhere again, all over the news. So it's back to being worse than it was before.
How about you, Knowa?
Well, in LA, I mean, it's America, and I guess we follow the I guess the mindset of the past administration or whatever. I mean, there are rules, like, malls are closed and restaurants are closed, but to some extent, I think people just do what they want. Like, it's kind of like, I've walked, I mean, I don't really go out, but, I've gone out and, I see people playing basketball at the park. I see people, and that's why the USA has the highest numbers in the game right now.
Oh my goodness.
Solo mentality that's not really a good thing to have right now. I mean, you can be YOLO about, like savoring every day and all that, but not YOLO like irresponsibly, right?
Yeah.
What I find interesting, like what Flava said, it's what's so difficult, especially since we're coming from all different parts of the world, is that some people have second waves, third waves. Philippines, I think we're still riding on our first wave. I mean, when things were slowly kind of getting back to normal and then they go to a halt, how did you guys manage? Because your line of work as artists, you guys thrive on the live gigs, you live on the club scene, and these are the things that you guys have for work. So was it a big change when the lockdowns happened and the pandemic really became like full-fledged horrible? Because it's different for everyone, right? Like people lost jobs, but for you guys, it's like the scene, the gigs, the music. How big of a
Yeah.
change to lockdown?
Uh, I guess yeah, it was a huge change. I mean, at first when it happened, I denied it. I was like, "Oh, this ain't gonna be that bad. This is just gonna pass." And then as it kept going, first we got down, and then the other thing beyond that, we had a whole world tour booked, at least like 20 different cities, and everything just got shut down. So I think, but on that note though, it kind of just brought everything back to basics, where it's kind of like, all right, what do we really do? It kind of stripped everything down, right? Let's say all the noise, and we were able to just, I think, really focus on music. We had to adapt in terms of streaming, and just doing a lot of different things. But I mean, yeah, the effect was big. But on the same note, it gave us a lot of time, I think, to focus on a lot of other things, whether it be passion projects or things that we've wanted to focus on, but we just never had the time to before. What's up, Sal? I see
Sal,
you.
Sal, what's
3DS. 3DS in the building.
The challenging part for rappers is that, of course, we all know that Flav is the producer and also Knowa rapper. Both of you guys rap, but the beats will be coming across the seas, right? So this episode is coming from you. So how are you gonna get it all synced together? Where in hip hop, it's all about precision, being on time, and everything. How's the live performance? How was the adjustment?
Well, I think we just work it out, let's say, since there is latency, like on one side, the music might come from my side. But I mean, we just adapt. I mean, in terms of, I guess we're blessed too, because we each have our own home studios. So we're able to record, we're able to still produce music, and we're producing a lot more music now than ever. And so yeah, you work with what you got and just make the best of what you got. I think that's also part of hip hop too, right? Like, whatever you got, you just gotta work with it.
There's workarounds. If there's a will, there's a way.
True that.
And how we do it. We make it happen when we rapping.
Hey, you like that? Oh, I gotta quote you on that.
Rico is so boring. No, but going back to that, I'm really excited because you guys are saying, of course, there's a lot of music coming up. You guys are gonna bring out a lot of stuff. But at the start, did you guys agree? Like, okay, we had all these things booked. We can't do it. Let's take like 3 weeks off, bro. Let's just chill. I want to get into baking cookies, or I want to catch up on my shows. Like, did you guys do anything like that? Or was it like straight up, no, you know what? We're not going to stop. We're going to act as if there's no pandemic and just keep on making music. I mean, how was the process like for you guys? Because some artists took a break. Others decided, no, this is the time where I'm really going to create, and I'm not going to stop. So how is it like for you guys, also coming from different parts of the world, trying to make it work together? Wow, LDR, long distance relationship, love it.
Right?
Yes, we learned from Rico.
Yeah. For me, I was actually quarantining in La Union area up north from Manila. But what's that called? At first, for me, it hit me hard. It was like depressing, and it was like, you know what? I've been making music every day, even before that, for years. So this time when the pandemic hit, for me, it was like, oh shoot, now I'm gonna take a break. I need to what's going on in the world? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, is music even needed right now? People need to eat. People need to buy clothes, food, the necessities. Why would you even pay for entertainment? Why we're not going to need entertainment? So I was just thinking okay, what can I do? We had a big open field over there where I was like, yo, do I need to learn how to start planting stuff? You know what I'm saying? Become a farmer. Yo, we need to make our goods instead of buying it, because there's no more jobs for us. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Flav, imagine if
thinking that way, yo, my goodness.
I mean, imagine if Flav had a farm. I mean, if he had a farm, it's going to be called Flava Farm. Dude,
yes,
branding.
What kind of plants are you gonna plant?
Everything organic, bro. Everything organic. Natural.
You know what I mean?
Monsters listening. We're also live on Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah. Carla, for those that are tuning in, Flav just welcomed a new baby. So congratulations, Flav.
Hey,
you got a new baby.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, pre-quarantine baby. So, even with that, during the quarantine, we wouldn't even probably even think of having another child because like, yo, where's the world going? Like, yo, we don't even know. Like, we wouldn't even have thought about like even having another child. But like, with it was a good thing. It was pre-quarantine, so yeah, we were blessed with another beautiful baby girl. Yeah.
Hey, baby girl,
Yo.
BG. That's what it's all about. All right, so Carla, they're going to be performing for us. But of course, on air, you will be hearing some of your favorite Riot songs. Once again, we have QYork. They're joining us. What's this first song you guys are going to be performing for us?
We're going to bring out the Mainit remix. Let's do it.
Remix. Here we
Mainit.
go.
All right, let's go. You ready, Flav?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Ow! Let's go.
Hey,
What's up,
what's
y'all?
up, JD1?
Where all the monsters at? What's up, Diana D?
Hey,
Alam mo na.
Tyrus.
QYork. Let's go.
I know you heard it like this before, but it wasn't like this before. I know you heard it like this before, but it wasn't like this before.
Woo!
I know you heard it like this before, but it wasn't like this before.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you heard it like this before, but it wasn't like this before.
Come on. Mainit, 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 mainit. Sahara sa likod, to the back, to the left, to the right. Burn it up, burn it up. Check it. Oh boy, a boy Pinoy. We still here, can't be destroyed. QYork, we filling the void. Party people, y'all make some noise. Ha! You see what it is? I'm on fire, can't be extinguished. You can hate it, just makes me stronger. I even burn underwater. I'm Ostic, got astigmatism. If love is blind, don't fix my vision. Cause what I see is a beautiful land. No white in the products, I'm proud to be tan. Lupang, Hinirang, Mindanao, Luzon, Visayas. Feel the fire, take it higher, beyond the sky's limits. Philippines, if you're with us, let us hear it. Mainit, 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 mainit. From the front to the back, to the left, to the right. Burn it up, burn it up. Let's go, Flav.
When it's hot, yeah, you know what to say.
Mainit, mainit.
How about when you're fresh and clean?
My leanness, my leanness.
Yeah,
You know how the flow go.
Go really like you up in the
Congo.
Congo. Go bonkers like you
Playing
playing
the
the bongo.
bongos.
Show some respect, so be here no fall.
Philippines, if you wanna stand up, everybody put your hands up. Come on, put 'em up, 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 put 'em up. Mainit, 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 mainit. Sahara sa likod. To the left, to the right, burn it up, 3 stars to the sun, mainit.
Yeah, QYork, Mainit. Great track. Man. I remember when that came out. I think it was it All Stars that was dancing to it. Like
yes,
all the
Philippine
dance-
All Stars. Yes,
Philippine
yes.
All-Stars.
Yeah.
You know, when you all released that, what was the inspiration behind that song?
Honestly, we were just at a barbecue with Philippine All Stars, and we were DJing, and I was MCing, and this was with one of the board of directors for Gawat Kalinga. It was like a pool party, and we didn't speak any Tagalog, so we just asked like, "Yo, how do you say hot?" And they're like, "Mainit." Then like Flava was just playing a beat, and then we were just like, "Mainit, mainit," and then everybody just started saying it. So we're like, "Oh, we got to make that song." And then that's how it happened. Just kind of joking around, yeah, and it just yeah.
And making it happen for you guys, you've come a long way. I've known you guys for quite some time, and a lot of people have been seeing you. But when you guys did come in the country, it was a duo, and what we heard, it was New York being represented by these two duos from the Philippines, and of course something with Gawad Kalinga. So can you tell us a story about that? How did it start? How were you guys formed? How did you guys find your way in the Philippines?
All right. Well, you could start with QYork. I could do Gawad Kalinga, Flav. Go ahead. You could say how QYork started. Go.
Yeah. QYork pretty much started in New York City. I was like DJing on one side of Queens, on the west side of Queens. No, it was more on the south side of Queens, and we just got together because my cousin was the girlfriend of Noah's rap partner at that time, and they needed a DJ at that time. So my cousin was like, "Yo, my cousin DJ." So she hit me up. She's like, "Yo, you guys gotta, yo, you want a DJ for this rap group?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go, let's go." That's how I always been. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's do it. Let's go, let's
Mhm.
go. And boom. Once we did that, we did a few shows together. It was a good vibe. We did our thing. Um, then we kind of did our own thing after those few shows.
Mhm.
Then when I started making beats, when I went to college, when I was around like 1999 or so,
Mhm.
I hit Noah back up, and I was like, "Yo, I'm making beats now. Y'all come through. Let's record. Let's lay it down. Let's lay something down." And boom, no, that's when Noah told me he's a solo artist,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Whatever, man, just come through. Let's go. Let's just make some songs or whatever." And then
What was
he
the
came
first
through.
song? What was the first song that you guys came out with?
Oh, Laz got that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we
Yeah.
came out with it, but I mean,
Yeah.
officially, but that was our first song that
The
recorded.
first song we ever recorded. Yeah.
And
What was it? What's the title?
yeah, Laz got that. It's called Laz
Uh,
got that ish. Oh,
What,
Laz
what's
got that
that
hot ish.
What is
That
it
was the
about?
title.
It's
Was
just
it a
about
club
having a
song?
hot raps. That's it.
Yeah,
It's just like, you
Noah
know,
Lazarus got the fire emojis or
yeah,
whatever.
fire emojis. Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, we're just like young, coming out of New York, so a little, braggadocio kind of rap. I mean,
yeah.
just growing up in Queens, being surrounded by hip hop. I mean, that's just kind of, the culture. So we just rocked with that. Yeah.
And how is it being Filipino there, in New York, trying to
Uh,
make it in the hip hop scene? I mean, you have Puerto Ricans there, you got different ethnicities repping their race and their brand in a whole different way. So how were you guys able to stand out?
Well, I think during that time, right, me and Flav kind of grew up the same. That's kind of why we vibed. Kasi like we both grew up in predominantly, I guess, surrounded by Latinos. So I
Mhm.
grew up actually speaking Spanish, and then Flav, most of his friends, I think, were South American or etc. So I guess in that way, we were exposed really to it, and it wasn't anything different. It was just like, all right, we're just a Filipino kid that happens to be into hip hop. It was only as you get a little older and you start, realizing the culture, what you represent, you look towards your roots, and it's much different, So
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, I mean, I can only speak for me, like as a rapper, and I think for me too versus Flav, I look a little more Asian, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of times it was for me, I was always the crazy Chinese kid that rapped, or I was, the crazy Chinese kid, or because there was no difference. And the big thing that was us that made us look inward. I mean, for me, I could speak is like when I say, "Nah, I'm Filipino," and they're like, oh, "What's the difference?" And I didn't even know the difference, because I knew nothing about our roots, because you also carry that burden of your family, right? So my mother and father were immigrants. They
Mhm.
went to America, and they grew up kind of not well off. So when you come to America, you're born there, you're really pushed just be American. You're not really taught about your history, just more so in stories. And then let's say when the family gets together, you eat Filipino food. But
Mhm.
beyond that, the Philippines could have been like as far as Mars, I think,
Mhm.
to me. I'm sure Flav kind of feels the same way too, but it could have been like a different planet. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it was the same result, because we were just so disconnected. It was more so when we started putting our music online, then we started getting fans in California. Then we went to LA and we did a tour here in LA, and we started seeing hella Filipinos, and we're like, yo, there's a lot
Mhm.
of Filipinos. And that was kind of when we started getting in touch with our roots. But growing up in New York, it was kind of like we're just these hip hop kids that happen to be Filipino, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys to actually represent in a way, and the great part is that you guys are making it in New York, but you didn't stop there. You actually went out here to trace your roots. Now, tell us about Gawad Kalinga. What's the story behind that?
How that happened is, I think, we started performing at a lot of festivals here, like let's say the Lotus Festival, FPAC, which we just had another one recently. So it was all these Filipino festivals that we started doing here. Then we linked up with this I guess a book. She booked us. Her name was Joanne Fields from San Diego. She said, "Oh, we're having this Filipino festival here," and we performed there. They brought us out, and that was where we met Gawat Kalinga, because Gawat Kalinga was behind it. And from there, we ended up meeting the founder, Tony Maloto, and he would just they asked me to freestyle for him on the spot, and I freestyled. I said, "Oh, you're good." So what started happening was, when he started doing his fundraiser tours in on the West Coast, we would tag along, and after he would give his speech, I guess to inspire people to donate to Gawat Kalinga, etc., we would freestyle, or I would freestyle, basically kind of summarizing what he said in hip hop format. And he was like, "Oh, you guys, you surprised me. You're so intelligent." He's like, "No offense." and yeah, from there, it was just kind of like it built from there. And then from there, like, we started getting involved with the community here, doing more charitable stuff. And it kind of brought us to that point where we really started, looking at our roots now. Now it was like, oh, who is Jose Rizal? Who is this? Oh, I didn't even know we have heroes like this. And it kind of awoken that, where it opened that door into our journey. And actually, Tony Maloto was one of the people who told us to move. He's like, "You guys should move to the Philippines." And we were like, "Yeah, but we don't speak any Tagalog." And we're not cultured in that way. Like, we're because we're super Americanized. And then I just remember he said, "Your mission is to go back to the Philippines and tell the story of our people to the world in English." And then from there, I was like, "Whoa, lalim yan,"
that all you need is that spark, man. And that was the spark that you guys needed. I mean, okay, upon arriving here in the Philippines, what was the first impression for you guys, Flav?
Man, it felt like home, I guess. We never been here, like, what, 20 years, almost 30 years, in the US, and now Philippines. It was kind of culture shock, so many people in the streets, everybody out, like, out and about, and like, so many people, right? Like, everywhere. But it felt like home right away, like, there's music everywhere, bands, there's everywhere you go, there's music going on, like karaoke, people performing everywhere. So, it felt like home, man. It was like, yo, we fit right in. And,
it was like a Filipino Harlem.
Hey, speaking of fitting right
in Harlem, it's like being in Harlem.
About California and the music. So let's see what's going on over there on Facebook Live.
Here we go. We got Carla Aguas.
Hey, we're back.
Hey. Sorry. Had to be a DJ over here. What's I was watching you guys, and I gotta say, Rico, you could totally like join the group if you had talent. Right?
Well, we're there. That's what it's about.
Slow down in the twang, but you just, he's trying.
I'm just gonna bob my head like this and look cute,
ito yun. Galing yan. Oh, my angles. You saw yung ibang angles. But
Carla, we were just talking about how they found themselves in the Philippines. They were from New York. They never knew anything about their roots in the Philippines, and how Gawat Kalinga actually Tommy, right? Tommy Maloto?
Yeah, Tony Maloto. Yeah.
Tony Maloto told them that, I want you guys to go to the Philippines and tell the story of the Philippines to the world, in English. And it's such an inspiring story that led them to this. And how long have you guys been in well, you're not in the Philippines now.
Now we're not. Yeah.
But how long did you guys stay here?
Mga 10 years, but we'll be back soon. It's just, but yeah, about 10 years. It was 2009, 2010 when we moved to the Philippines. We still have our place there, so be back soon.
Yeah, Flav, you still got your place.
Once you guys back, especially Rico, Flava, he misses you so hard. Like,
my dude.
I'm not even joking. He really does. So I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, you know what? My neighbor was here. Okay, you're a little obsessed with him, but I like it. Shout out to all on Facebook and on YouTube. Yes, I know Rico can rap. I'm just teasing him because, this is like his dream right here to be part of QYork. Guys, want to know because hip hop is such a crazy industry, like it's so full of talent and personality and different stories of different artists and rappers. Do you guys think being Filipino kind of helped you find your little spot in the hip hop community? Because, you've got guys from all over the world making waves on air and in the music scene, especially in hip hop. Was being Filipino, do you feel like a very important part of your hip hop journey?
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
This one, Flav, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way. There's no other way it could have been. I mean, this is the way. This is the way we was born. Like, of course, we have no choice of what we are and what we look like, or what we're gonna be. But I mean, it is what it is, and I believe it was a blessing. I mean, Filipinos, like, no one was repping Filipinos back in the day, like, until, like, there was like music or hip hop artists, and, like, people like Manny Pacquiao. Then people start getting to know what Filipinos are. But before Manny and hip hop artists like us, who's representing for the Filipinos, we didn't even know what a Filipino was growing up in New York City. We're like, oh, F this, man. I'm half Spanish. I'm a Latino, baby. Yeah, what's up, baby?
Yeah, I lost my own, yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
y'all be speaking Spanish, and then you see that whole rice and tapa and menudo, and you're like, I'm Filipino. What's up? You know what I mean? Give me that sinigang.
Yeah.
But after so many years in the U.S. and then 10 years now, you spent here in the Philippines after having zero knowledge of it. Now you spent 10 years. What have you learned? And what can you share? What will you share to the world? The story so far after 10 years.
I guess one thing that I could say is big in the Philippines is that you learn more. I would say number one is the sense of community. Of course, the spirit of bayanihan, diba, where you sacrifice or you do what you can for the greater good. And then another thing, I think, because when you grow up in America, you're really taught, like, after you do A, you have to do B, then C, and then if you don't do these things, then you're a failure. Like, it's kind of like that kind of mindset. I think coming from the American mindset, and then also more materialistic as well too, right? Like, I think being in the U.S., growing up in that environment where it's very capitalism driven, and I think just going to the Philippines, one thing I learned is, just to kind of go with the flow. Like, you don't have to have a plan every time. You're going to figure it out. I guess that also that spiritual journey in terms of that faith, like, I can survive at this level and I've risen up, like, and I see my people, they're so resilient, and, in a way, you don't want to compare, but you also look at it like, this is what I represent, like, to the rest of the world. And once you have that deep connection, for me, it's almost like, I don't know, like, in a way, I don't want to say I'm invincible, but you feel like nothing can knock you down anymore, because you know what you stand for, your purpose, the purpose behind your passion, and the struggles, not only of your own, right? Because it's more internalized, I think, in and more segmented maybe in America. But then when you're in the motherland, you're like, yo, this is what I stand for. This is who I really am. And this is what we're bringing to the world. We're bringing this. And, by being there as well for that amount of time, like, you feel like, we paid our dues, in the motherland as well too. So we have a right now, to kind of speak about being Filipino. We're not just, I mean, no offense, but being Filipino also became like a wave, right? Where people are like, yo, Pinoy, Pinoy. And they're throwing out the flag, but they're not connected to it in that way. So it's kind of like, it's much deeper than that now, where it's kind of like, if we're talking about the Philippines or we're saying it in our music and we're representing it, it's really in our core. So I think, that's a big part of it.
It's beyond balut, as they say.
Yeah. It's beyond,
beyond Filipino food.
Exactly.
We're learning so much from these guys, traveling and just really, representing what they are going for. But what keeps you guys going, man? Was there times you wanted to give up? There are times that you're like, ayoko na, dude, I'm just gonna go to the States, and just do my thing.
Yes, many times. For me, there's a few times I wanted to quit, but I could just bring it back to that. It's like once you understood your purpose, like, oh, this is what I represent, this is what I stand for, this is who I am. It became infinite. It's like it just becomes part of who you are, and it's like breathing. That's yeah.
And Flav is
Yeah.
speechless right now.
Yeah.
Now there's many times, like even me personally, during the pandemic I thought about it too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to become a farmer or whatever. But even on my personal time, like sometimes I get in my head, I'm like, yo, what am I doing? I'm like, I bring myself down. You get depressed. You're like, yo, what am I doing? Like, because there's so many different talented people out there. Sometimes I get in my head like, oh, I'm not even like, what I mean? These guys are great. Like, what am I doing? Like, am I even good enough? Or like, I get in my head like that, like depressing style. But you know what? Like, I get over it. Give it some time, and then you just get back to where it is and be like, nah, F this, man. Ain't nothing gonna stop you except yourself. So if you put yourself like, oh, you're gonna stop, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do it no more, or you're gonna do it. You tell yourself you're gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna get it done. And that's pretty much like what I just tell myself whenever I feel like I want to quit or whatever. Like, yo, I ain't gonna quit.
Is this a guesting or is this a self-help class? Because I'm living through it. And I just, guys, thank you for the honesty as well, because it's really refreshing to also hear from people who are established in their field to also say that there were times where I wanted to quit, or there were times when I doubted myself, or I felt like, okay, maybe this is it for me, maybe I'm done with that. And just going back to what you said earlier, Flav, when you guys were unsure about, do people need music right now, do people need entertainment right now, I think more than ever people are looking for a source of inspiration and a source of like an escape in a way, or like a relief from the craziness that's going on outside. That's why your fans are also so excited for the things that you guys put out, and that no matter where you are in the world, they will support. And that says a lot coming from two guys who didn't even know, like, oh, being Filipino, and then embracing it, and the Filipinos just loving you guys for it. I mean, that's a success story in and of itself, and that's something that I feel like people are really going to look at, especially during this time where it is scary. And there are people who are being knocked down and people who lose their jobs and they just don't know where to go.
Yeah.
You guys are living proof that, if you set your mind to it, you put in the hours, you work hard, you trust your struggle, it happens. And there is a light at the end of that tunnel. So I just want to commend you guys, because it really takes a lot of humility as well. Security.
Yo, thank you. Yo.
Press that button.
Salamat.
Wow. I love artists like you guys, because there are other artists who are like, no, I always knew this was going to be what I was going to do. And
big.
I doubted myself. It's like, listen, it happens, okay?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we're going to hear a song.
Oh,
we're
no.
going to hear a song now? What song are you going to perform for us?
No, we're going to freestyle. You ready, Rico?
What?
You ready?
All right. Cool.
You joining us?
Rico is not out of the
I'll
street.
jump in.
Live on air, Monsters. We're hanging out with QYork over on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Rico is going to join them in a little freestyle. So,
yes.
All right. Carla.
I'm going to kill the bed because I want to know every single word that Rico says.
Carla, you got to tell us what to rap about, and then we'll throw in the word.
Yeah.
And
on
then,
the Facebook chat.
Facebook chat, anybody just put some
Some words too.
That's right.
Hey, yo, what's up, Johnny?
As well, and on Twitter. And then if anybody on Twitter gives us a little suggestion, I'll throw it out. But I want to hear them. Ladies and gentlemen,
shout out
give it up for
shout out to
QYork.
Tyrone Henry Chu tuned in. All right, you ready, Rico? You going to set it off?
Yeah, you set it off. You go first.
What's up, G Heezy?
All right, let's go. Let's go. Hey, freestyle. What's up? What's up? Hey. Okay.
Dano Bravo, what's up, boy? Gemma, what's up?
Hey,
Gemma?
yo.
I
Hey,
go
yo.
first. You go first. You go first.
I got it. I got that up. All right, we got it. Let's warm it up. Hey. Check it. Hey yo, we live on Monster RX93.1. You know the style, yeah, 3 stars in the sun, we get it done. Feeling like a chef up in the kitchen, cause everything that I make sounds so delicious, yeah. I ain't even right, it QYork goes all out. No matter what, even during nuclear fallout, we still rise, take the ashes off the shoulder. Knowa Lazarus, aka the flamethrower, hanging with Rico, rep a Filipino. Do this every day and I do it for my people. Live all out on Facebook, Twitch plus YouTube. But who are you, dude? Humble your attitude. Ain't got no time for these haters if they acting rude. We just move, put you in the right mood. Let's go, Rico. It's your turn to show and prove. Hey.
Prove and show and prove. I'm telling you what it is, and I'm here to groove and just chillin', freestyling up on my home and 003. The burgers that we flipping on, whether smash and bite and time to write, and whether it's a freestyle and bite. And I got my man QYork to the right, and I got Caller to the up or the left, and I click up your screen. I'm loosening up a few words of what it is and never losing steam. So, is it at all a dream? Living like Biggie, pocket what it seems. Hey, now pass the Flav. Tell you what, sometimes I gotta behave. So, Flav, we gotta kick it in. And 1, 2, 3,
yo. Love a monster. Hey, bring it, come on.
Oh, we gotta flip this one.
All right, ready. Let's go. Play. Hey.
Yeah, I'm a hit with a nice flow. You know how it go when I do that thing. Yeah, we make that dough. Gotta make that bread. Yeah, you heard what I said. Shout out to Kev. Hey, yo, Chip Spliff in the building. You know how we do. Yeah, we getting ready, grilling. Yeah, we skilling. You know how we dealing. We a farmer now. Yeah, we chilling. Oh, making farms, planting seeds. You know how we do. Yes, indeed. Yes, Johnny B in the building. Saying what's up to JD1. Yeah, you know that we killing. Hey, game, this rap game let us in. So now you done effed up. Yeah, you know we in. Doing our thing, we don't lose, and all we do is win. Let's go. Hey,
winning. QYork. Winning. Paula, your turn, Paula.
What's up? Hey, yo, life is a struggle. The pieces might be missing to your puzzle. You can find it if you look inside yourself. On this journey of life, I'm trying to do right. I've been through all the wrongs, and I don't even write. I ignite like dynamite, 6 times to explode. You can ask Carla. What goes around comes around. That's karma. Plant seeds in your mind like a farmer, and then I return later for the harvest. You can see the fruit of it, fruitful. Knowa Lazarus, yeah, I do you. QYork, we in the spot, that's quality. Years our richest key. Say la vie, like the French would say, we don't play. I'm trying to be a boss, but you ain't a jefe. I've been standing, putting in work. Sometimes you might see a smirk on my face, like a jerk, but that ain't me. I ain't the type to be copying. You either humble, even if they want to copy my own style. I say it with a smile. Yeah.
Is it my turn? I don't smile like Kanye West. I'm telling you, I put everything to the test.
Oh, we switch it up.
I got the flow, what it is, we switching. What it is, a minute that you want, we bitching. But Paula will be there coming to right in. I can hear the beat, what it is to be fighting. Getting traded like LeBron James. Never mind, go ahead.
We freestyling here on Monster.
There you go.
What's up?
I'm like,
all right, live in the flesh.
Because I can't hear my microphone, so I'm just like, go ahead.
okay.
One more.
All right, go.
You got a topic? You want to do another one?
Topic? Carla, you got a topic?
Give me a topic.
Everybody's asking for love.
Love.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Let's go.
I'll stop first.
Hey, yo. Go.
What about love? Let me tell you, it's a gift from above, but it ain't easy. Sometimes it's kind of hard. That's what it is when they call true love. Unconditional. Sometimes potential. People telling you and then they show you your potential. Sometimes you cry, sometimes you smile. Anniversary, a month to read every time. Then you'll be having a little baby child. We like playing, yo, child. So I'm telling you what it is about love. Yo, let me tell you, give it to the smallest song.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey. Are we talking about love? Let's go.
Love.
Listen.
Love.
Hey, yo.
Love.
Hey, yo, love. In Tagalog, yeah, we call it mahal. It's the only time you rise up when you fall into the arms of another. The love of a brother, love of a sister, love of a mother, love of a lover. You discover what it is under, much deeper. Even when you sleep and you dream of that person, that's a whole real version. And that's life, baby. I'll make you melt just like sherbet. That's the life that I give you, every beat that I murdered. Cause hip hop is the same love that I have for the people that I rise up with. That's what it is. Love ain't no gimmick, it's real. It's much deeper than the surface. Know your purpose for your passion, and that's what love is. It's what's above this. You gotta keep that faith in the face of adversity. Hey yo, love means it's you and me. Hey.
Hey.
Ooh.
Now they're gonna play some booty music. Go play some booty.
I am so blown away right now. To all the monsters on air, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Monster.
In fairness, Rico Robles. In fairness.
Yeah, Rico's going for it, man.
I think you want this is a little audition to be part of QYork.
I'm the Dash. You know, there's Q and the Dash York.
Oh, my Dash. My
Yes, Rico. But guys, I mean, that's it. That's insane. I was literally just watching and dying. That was so good. Do you ever like get like a mental block like mid freestyle, or is it just so natural that you never stop? Because I would think that at one point you might be like, or is it just like, how do you do it? Basically, I want to learn. How do you do it?
On my end, I guess it's a gift in a way. Like I've always been able to do it ever since even a teenager. And I mean, it was the bigger challenge for me was actually songwriting. But it's a certain mindset. I mean, there might be times I get stuck, but then, you know, I like it might just be for a second and then I'm able to pick up. But yeah, it's one of those things that like I guess you just kind of discover where it's like, oh, this is not, you know, I can do this, you know. So yeah, I mean, for me, that's kind of like how it's always. And the biggest challenge was songwriting. Like, how do I write songs? How do I harness this? Because it's kind of like abstract painting, you know, and then you got to make a real picture, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, no one could go for like 10, 20 minutes, or even like, yo, we trying to break that Guinness Book of World Record. 24 hours.
I just don't know if my voice will last.
Yeah. No, but that's for you as well, Flav, like with the beats and everything. I mean, don't you get, I don't know if it's called writer's block.
I think beat block.
Yeah, like beat block. Do you ever like think, I have made so many beats, I have figured out how to, you know, make these things work, and then now I'm stumped. Like I can't think of, like, how do you get your inspiration? How do you stay inspired to create such different beats, you know, for these amazing raps and lyrics?
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, you get beat block here and there. I mean, it's very low percentage, but you know, when you do get beat block, you know, sometimes I'll just take a step back. I won't even like force it. You know, you don't want to force creativity. You just want it to flow. You just want it to come out and let it come out natural or organic. And but yeah, I just step away. I'm like, I have no ideas. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I'll take a walk. I'll play NBA 2K21. I'll, you know, go play basketball or listen to other people's music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I kind of get inspiration. Listening to other people's beats. Shout out to my loop diggers and the Pad Bank fan tuned in right now, and you know, we get inspiration from each other by like creating different music and listening to other music as well. So yeah, that's kind of how we get some inspiration.
Yeah, I think that's one of the keys is like, like for me, like it might not be like block, but then it's like if I'm not feeling it, like you know, because you need to have balance. It's not like you can just, I'm gonna do this for, you know, every single day. You got to have balance in life, like whether it's like, like, you know, like Flay said, like it could be reading books, it could be just hanging out, just chilling, enjoying yourself. Because once you're kind of out of balance, I think that's when, you know, those kind of forces come in where it's like, man, I don't even feel this right now, you know. So
too much of anything will kill you, literally.
Yeah.
That's so you know, Carla, I'm always on the radio. I put the career on hold with rap. You know, I gotta do my radio show every day with you.
Lying to the general public.
To be a broadcaster, you know. So But guys, you guys have been rhyming a whole lot for us, and we'd like to thank you for taking time to guest and join the show. Now, for all the rappers and artists out there, do you have any message for them? For those that they seem to be the first person who will do a certain thing, they're kind of nervous. They're like, how am I going to get started? Where am I going to get started? You have any message for them to keep on going and don't give up?
I think, just go. You just got to do it. Like 80% of success is just showing up. So just keep showing up. And you're going to be told no. You're going to, people, you might get your feelings hurt. But you just got to keep going, because if it's really in you and it's really there, you're not going to let anybody tell you different. Yeah.
Flav.
Yeah. Get your shots up, man. Like if you don't put the shot up, how are you even going to know if it goes in, right? Hey, shout out to my man Tyrus right here, right? Keep it going, man. Don't let nothing stop you.
Nice shirt, Tyrus. What's up, man?
I'm sorry. I just completely lost it. A little child joined the Facebook Live and I
are we going just until 8? Is it this? I mean, or sorry, another 2 minutes. Is that how?
Yeah, we're gonna perform a song. Are you gonna perform a song?
Yes.
The current single?
Yes, the new single under Warner Music. Our first single under Warner Music.
Yo, tell us a story about that. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
You guys are a signed hip hop act now with Warner Music. So
yes,
record label deal. Tell us a story behind that.
Honestly, I like, there's pros and cons of everything, but when the pandemic hit, it really stripped everything down because usually we're just so busy touring that, we're just kind of like, we make music and we just put it out. That was just kind of how we started looking at it. But after the pandemic or we're still in it, right? It just got to the point back to basics. And for me, it was kind of like, we just really like, all we really have is music. That's the only thing we can control right now. So, we're just making records, and then it just so happened the A&R, Alex from Warner, he was just showing love to our records, like he'd be sharing them, etc., and he'd be asking me questions, and I just said, out of nowhere, I just talked to him. I said, hey, how do you guys work with distribution? Because I started feeling like maybe we need help with our music, because honestly, we kind of just let it go, like in terms of looking for a deal or etc. It was like, we're just gonna make music and release music every month and whatever, like just kind of like that, where but music is really the thing that brought us together, that created everything that we do, whether it's hosting, whether etc. And he was like, oh man, I've been wanting to talk to you guys, man. I've been wanting to like sign you guys, but you guys just look like you're too busy and you have too much going on. And just opening up that conversation, and I think the only reason that conversation opened was because it was just basically like, all we have is music now, and that was it. Then from there, he was like, man, I'm so excited. I feel like I can learn so much from you guys, and I want to teach you everything I know. Boom, boom, boom. And then basically they were just telling us, our vision now with Warner, which was like a revelation to us, because they were like, we want to go international, and you guys have been doing it internationally. So, where before we would get from record labels, you have to be more masa, you have to be more this, you have to be more that, we can't. But they were just really like, we want to go international. We want you guys to be who you are and do what you do. And we want to help take it to that next level. And from there, it was kind of like sold right away. It was like, oh shoot, their vision is really, what we're doing. It's
100% creative freedom. Hell yeah! Now,
right? You have complete control.
Yes. Of course, I mean, we can't give like death threats on records or it's.
Okay, so you guys get a signing bonus. You guys get paid. What was the first thing you bought?
More studio equipment.
More equipment. Interview always says that. Oh, something for the band, something for the studio. We want to know like a stupid purchase. Like, did you buy something flashy or something extravagant? Bling, bling. Yeah, or something that you're looking at it now because it's gathering dust like in the corner of your room. Like, why'd I get you, bro?
Did you hear what Flav said? He said a goat.
A goat for milk and
start the farm like ASAP because I feel like that's
Dude.
exactly where it's going. You
A
know,
goat.
maybe you could do like a Mary Had a Little Lamb rap version, and then you
Yes.
start the farm instead of Old MacDonald. It's like Slave had a farm.
There
E-I-E-I-A.
you go.
Yeah. Flava Farms. Sorry, you gotta copyright
Yes.
that name. Flava
About a goat.
Farms.
You got
Let's
milk,
go.
right? You can make something later, right? You got some goat milk.
There you go.
But you're gonna leave us with this one. This is the performance of their current single. But everybody, you guys want to shout out everybody? It's your chance now. I know you're in LA. I know you're in Canada. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout outs to Tyrone de Guzman, Henry Chu, Johnny D tuned in. Shout outs to the lovely, beautiful Diana D. We got Michael Husky and everybody who supports QYork and all the QYorkers out there.
Yeah. Shout out to Josephine. We got Tiff Spliff all the way out in Cali. One of our first people that we met out there. Wayne Martin, Representative Pat Bank, JD1, of course, Coltrane. We got Tyrus right here.
Hey.
Jay Hump, what's up, boy?
Jay Heezy.
Yeah. Of course, Sel and Jay from Horks Music. Shout out
Oh
to
yeah,
Horks.
Sel.
Yeah.
All
And,
What's up, Gemma?
Gemma. Yeah.
There you
What's
go.
up,
there you
Gemma?
go.
What's up, Jerice? I miss you, my neighbor. All right, here we go. So you're gonna leave us with this song. What's the title of this song, and what is it about?
The best one. Let's go. Song is called
All
The
right.
Best One. And Monster RX and all the monsters, you guys are the best one.
Oh, stop.
Let's go. Best one out now. Catch the music video on our YouTube. It's QYork. Ow! Let's go. Hey, hey. Rolling up. It's your birthday. Every day's a holiday. We celebrate. We took the lemons and we made a lemonade. You're thirsty for it, I'ma quench it, I'ma be your Gatorade. And you could be my west side shorty, and we could hit the east side party. Cause I'm addicted to ya, ever since I knew ya. I could see a future. You're better than my ex was, yeah. I don't need an next one now. I think I found the best one, yeah. And tonight I'm gonna get some, tonight I'm gonna get some. Give me that, give me that, give me what I want. I could be the plug for ya, I can't get enough for ya. Give me that, give me that, give me what I need. Let me be the plug for ya, I can be the one for ya.
Swerving on them, switching lanes, surfing on them, but I don't play X games. Moving forward, gonna make you feel euphoria. Grinding on your body, I'm just grinding on your body. Cause you ain't with the front end,
Yeah,
and we gon' make it function, baby. And I'ma eat your
Taco.
taco, sour cream,
Nacho.
nacho. She is my, she's nacho.
you're better than my ex was, yeah. I don't need an next one. I think I found the best one, yeah. And tonight I'm gonna get some, tonight I'm gonna get some. Give me that, give me that, give me what I want. I could be the plug for ya, I can't get enough of ya. Give me that, give me that, give me what I need. Let me be the plug for ya, I could be the one for ya. Living life, the world's my home, I'm everywhere. I know that you be feeling like I'm never there. Pulling up from city to city, wishing that you with me, but you're not. So I'm getting tipsy, yeah. I'm a rolling stone, getting keys to the city all around the world, but I never see no one as fly as you, high as you. Hi, hello, how are you? Where are you? There you go. Don't be ghost, be my boo. I don't need a next one. I think I found the best one, yeah. And tonight I'm gonna get some, tonight I'm gonna get some. Give me that, give me that, give me what I want. I could be the plug for ya, I can't get enough for ya. Give me that, give me that, give me what I need. Let me be the plug for ya, I could be the one for ya. Shout out to Coltrane.
Hey, Coach Ray.
Hey, best one out now under Warner Music. Ow! It's cute, yo.
Hey.
Be sure to check the website, q-york.com.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
Hey.
QYork is joining us.
yeah.
Whole train, everybody. Thank you guys for the awesome
Yes, thank you so
performance.
much, Rico.
You
Thank
know,
you,
and we'll
guys.
Yoy.
catch you again. And I can't wait to have you guys when you guys get back to Manila. That's Carla right there doing her
Oh, yoy.
console work. So
Yes.
before we head on out, we'd like to thank you on behalf of the monsters. You guys do stay safe, and you guys do take care. And we'll catch you guys when you guys are here.
Yes.
All right.
Ikaw din, brother.
Guys,
All
take
right,
care.
child. Thank you, Carla. Yoy.
And
Rico
there,
Robles.
hey, my
Monsters.
man.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you. There you go. There you have it, Carla. What an exciting show. We learned so much as far as representing who you are, as far as your talent. Whenever anybody doubts you, and
Mhm.
when you feel like you don't know your roots, go
Mhm.
back home, figure out your roots. That's what
That's
they did. They took the gamble from New York. They went to the Philippines to actually learn everything, and now they're spreading what the Filipinos all about all over the world. So it's
Yep.
cool. It's cool.
It was
Cool.
such a great episode. We hope you monsters enjoyed it. Don't forget you can share this video with all of your friends over on Facebook and on YouTube as well. In case you missed it, there was an epic freestyle earlier. Rico, I am so proud. I'm so okay, Monsters, I always tease him. I say, "Oh, Rico and I don't have talent." First of all, we have talent. Okay, Rico and I are so talented. Wow, joke lang. No,
we just don't dance.
yeah, we don't dance. We don't
You
do
don't
that.
dance. You
Okay,
don't dance. You
so
don't dance.
Rico, good job. You did the
I gotta
monster
represent.
proud.
I gotta represent you, Carl. I gotta represent the monsters. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
so we hope you guys enjoy that once again. Follow us everywhere at RX931. But for Facebook Live, we will see you guys again very soon. But on air, the riot hits continue. Best of the 2000s and early 2010s. So turn on those radios, guys, or download the Monster app so you can listen right now. Okay? But until then, he's Rico Robles Live.
she is Carla Aguas. Do continue to vote for your favorite songs at RX93. Bye, guys. Peace.